Every winter, this city's hospital admissions triple. Not from accidents, from breathing. The air becomes so thick with poison that children are told to stay indoors for weeks at a time. Visibility drops to less than 50 meters. And the government? They stopped publishing real-time pollution data because the numbers were too terrifying. In January 2023, this city recorded air quality levels 15 times higher than what the World Health Organization considers safe. 15 times. Breathing here for one day equals smoking 2 packs of cigarettes. But here's what's chilling: locals can't afford to leave, and tourists, they have no idea what they're walking into. This city is just number 1 on a list of 10 European destinations that turn dangerous when temperatures drop. Places where beauty and budget prices hide life-threatening winter secrets. And by the end, you'll understand why some cities are only safe half the year. Let's begin where the air itself becomes your enemy. That wasn't hyperbole. Sarajevo's winter air pollution kills an estimated 3,300 people annually across Bosnia, and it's just one of 10 European cities where rock-bottom prices come with hidden winter dangers most travelers never research. From toxic air to deadly cold, from collapsing infrastructure to dangerous ice, these budget destinations transform when snow falls. Number 1 almost broke me to research. The statistics are haunting, but you deserve the truth about winter travel in Europe's cheapest cities. Let's start where breathing becomes gambling. Number 1 is Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina. This city will take your breath away. Literally, every winter Sarajevo becomes one of the most polluted cities on Earth, worse than Delhi, worse than Beijing. The air quality index regularly exceeds 500. Anything above 300 is considered hazardous. Above 500 is a medical emergency. Sarajevo sits in a valley surrounded by mountains, beautiful in summer, a death trap in winter. Cold air sinks and gets trapped by the peaks. Then locals burn coal, wood, even trash to heat their homes because natural gas is too expensive. The smoke has nowhere to go. It just accumulates day after day, creating a toxic soup you can see, smell and taste. But here's what tourists don't realize. You can visit Sarajevo for $30–40 a day. Hostels cost $8. A full meal in Başçarşıcı costs $5. Bosnian coffee is $1. The city is stunningly affordable, rich with Ottoman history and filled with some of the warmest people you'll ever meet. So budget travelers flock here in winter thinking they've found a secret. Then they start coughing. Within 48 hours, throats burn, eyes water, headaches start. I met a German backpacker who developed bronchitis after 3 days here in January. She couldn't understand why she felt so sick until a local showed her the pollution app. The tragic irony: Sarajevans can't afford to leave. The same poverty that makes this city cheap for tourists traps residents in toxic air they can't escape. Schools close during worst pollution days. Doctors recommend not going outside. But life continues because it has to. Here's the thing most people miss. Sarajevo is magical in spring, summer and fall. The mountains are stunning, the culture is incredible, the food will change your life. Just don't come in winter unless you're okay with breathing poison. Visit April through October. Your lungs will thank you.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
Number 2 is Skopje, North Macedonia. If Sarajevo surprised you, Skopje will shock you. This city regularly competes for the title of most polluted capital in Europe. Some winters it's even worse than Sarajevo. Air quality readings above 600 on the index. That's not just hazardous, that's apocalyptic. Like Sarajevo, Skopje sits in a valley. The Vardar River cuts through, but the surrounding mountains trap everything. In winter, locals burn lignite coal, the dirtiest type because it's cheap. Temperature inversions seal the valley like a coffin. The pollution just sits there accumulating day after day. But here's the kicker, Skopje is even cheaper than Sarajevo. You can easily spend $25–35 per day here. Hostels are $6. A traditional tavj gravj bean dish costs $3. A beer is 50 cents. For budget travelers, this place is paradise on paper, until they see the sky, or rather don't see it. I visited Skopje in January 2022. The first morning I thought it was fog. It wasn't. It was smoke so thick I could taste metal. My eyes burned. Within hours I had a cough that lasted 3 weeks after leaving. Yet here's what most travelers miss. Skopje has incredible history. Ottoman bazaars, Byzantine fortresses, the Mother Teresa Memorial. The Matka Canyon nearby is breathtaking, and the people are phenomenally welcoming. But winter here is a respiratory nightmare. The government built thousands of fake neoclassical statues and fountains to beautify the city. But you can't beautify poison air. Locals joke that they're slowly dying in Europe's most decorated cemetery. It's dark humor born from helplessness. Visit Skopje in May through September. Experience the culture, explore the mountains, taste the food. Just don't breathe in winter.
And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Number 3 is Pristina, Kosovo. Europe's youngest capital is also one of its deadliest in winter. Pristina's air pollution rivals Sarajevo and Skopje, but with an added challenge: this city is barely on tourists' radar. Which means the warnings don't reach people who might wander here. Kosovo is incredibly cheap. $20–30 a day covers everything. The food is phenomenal. Fresh burek costs 50 cents. A full meal is $4. Coffee is free-flowing and costs under $1. For budget travelers exploring the Balkans, Kosovo represents incredible value. Until December arrives, then Pristina transforms into one of Europe's most polluted cities. Lignite coal powers the nearby power plants. Residents burn wood and trash to heat homes. The mountains surrounding the city trap everything. Temperature inversions seal it in. Some days, visibility drops to less than 20 meters in the city center. Here's what shocked me. Kosovo is mostly unrecognized internationally, so there's minimal health infrastructure. When the pollution crisis hits, there aren't enough respirators at hospitals. Schools don't close because parents have nowhere else to keep children. Life just continues in the poison, but Pristina has soul. The city center has this raw, unpolished energy. Communist-era architecture stands beside brand-new cafes and tech startups. The newborn monument changes every year. The Grand Mosque is stunning. And the people, Kosovo has the youngest population in Europe. There's hope and determination here. The tragedy is the timing. Visit Pristina in summer and you'll discover an underrated gem. Visit in winter and you're gambling with your respiratory system. The local joke is dark. Pristina, affordable housing, unaffordable breathing. Cities, 3 death traps, and we're just getting started. If you're watching this from somewhere with clean air, take a deep breath, appreciate it, because what's coming next shows that pollution isn't the only winter danger in budget Europe. Before we continue, if this is eye-opening, hit that like button. It helps other travelers avoid these mistakes. Let's keep going. Number 4 is Belgrade, Serbia. Now we're shifting gears slightly. Belgrade doesn't have the apocalyptic air pollution of the previous 3 cities, but winter here brings a different beast. Infrastructure collapse mixed with brutal cold. Belgrade is phenomenally affordable. $30 to $40 a day covers accommodation, food, and entertainment. The nightlife is legendary. Rakaja flows freely. Sevapi costs $3. The city has incredible energy year-round, but winter reveals cracks. Literally, Serbia's heating infrastructure dates to Yugoslav times. Buildings lose heat through single-pane windows. Radiators work intermittently. Power outages are common when everyone cranks up heaters simultaneously. I stayed in a Belgrade apartment in February where indoor temperature hit 8 degrees Celsius. 8 degrees inside. The Danube freezes in extreme winters, creating surreal beauty but also transport chaos. Streets aren't properly salted, too expensive. Black ice forms on cobblestones. I watched 3 people fall within 5 minutes on Nez Mihilova Street. No one seemed surprised. Here's the thing, locals are tough. Incredibly tough. They laugh at 15 Celsius, drink coffee outside in snow, and party regardless of temperature. But as a tourist from Western Europe or America, the lack of insulation and heating infrastructure is shocking. Belgrade in summer, absolutely visit. Spring and fall, perfect. Winter, only if you're prepared for Soviet-level heating infrastructure and streets that become ice rinks. The fortress views are stunning year-round though, just bring thermal underwear.
Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
Number 5 is Bucharest, Romania. The Paris of the East becomes the freezer of the East every winter. Bucharest sits on a plain with no geographic protection from Siberian winds. When those winds hit, temperatures plummet to 20 Celsius regularly. Bucharest is cheap. $35 a day is comfortable. A hostel bed costs $7. A traditional mise sausage platter is $4. The city has stunning Belle Epoque architecture and wild nightlife. The Palace of Parliament is mind-blowing. But winter, the infrastructure can't handle it. Pipes freeze. Heating in old buildings is temperamental. The metro breaks down constantly in extreme cold. Stray dogs multiply. Romania has hundreds of thousands, and they huddle in metro stations for warmth, sometimes becoming aggressive. I stayed in Bucharest during a cold snap in 2024. My apartment's pipes froze for 3 days. No water. The building's heating worked 4 hours daily. Outside, the streets were ice sheets. I saw a bus slide sideways through an intersection. Yet Romanians handle it with humor. They joke about Dracula bringing the cold from Transylvania. Cafes stay packed. Mulled wine flows. The Christmas markets are magical if freezing. Here's the truth. Bucharest rewards tough travelers. If you can handle real cold and infrastructure that fails regularly, it's rewarding. If you expect Western European reliability, you'll be miserable. Visit May through September for the best experience without winter's brutal edge.
Close till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go.
Quick pause. If these hidden winter dangers are opening your eyes, imagine what's coming next. We've barely scratched the surface. Do me a favor, hit that like button right now if you're finding this valuable. And if you want more honest travel insights every week, subscribe to Explore World AI. Seriously, you'll thank me later. Now back to the journey. Number 6 is absolutely wild. Number 6 is Sofia, Bulgaria. Bulgaria's capital wins awards for affordability. $25 to $35 covers everything. But it also shares the Balkan winter pollution problem, though not quite as severe as Sarajevo or Skopje. Sofia sits in a valley at the foot of Vitosha Mountain, beautiful in concept, a trap in winter. Residential heating burns wood and coal, cars idle for warmth, Temperature inversions lock it in. Air quality regularly hits hazardous levels December through February. But Sofia adds another winter wrinkle. Crumbling Soviet infrastructure meets orthodox tradition meets extreme cold. The metro system is ancient. Elevators frequently break, trapping people in 15 Celsius for hours. Buildings lose heat through single-pane windows. Yet churches remain unheated by tradition. I visited Alexander Nevsky Cathedral when it was colder inside than outside. The food scene is incredible and cheap. A Shopska salad costs $2. Banitsa pastry is $1. Bulgarian wine is excellent and costs $4 a bottle. The city has Roman ruins, Soviet monuments, and vibrant cafes. Here's the pattern. Sofia rewards summer visitors immensely. The mountain is perfect for hiking. Cafes spill onto streets. But winter, you're battling pollution, infrastructure failure, and brutal cold simultaneously. Locals are used to it. They're warm, welcoming people surviving challenging conditions. As a tourist, though, unless you're researching winter suffering, visit May through October. The savings aren't worth the respiratory and infrastructure roulette.
Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highway.
Alright, we're past the halfway point. If you're still here, you're not just watching, you're actually learning how to travel smarter. Most people click away by now, but not you. And that's exactly why I saved some surprising destinations for the final stretch. Before we get there though, if you haven't hit subscribe yet, now's the perfect time. You'll thank yourself when next week's video drops. Trust me on this one. Let's continue. Number 7 is Chisinau, Moldova. Welcome to Europe's least visited and cheapest capital. Moldova doesn't get tourists, which means they don't get warnings about winter either. Chisinau is absurdly affordable. $15 to $25 covers a full day. A private room costs $12. A 3-course meal is $5. Wine costs less than water. Moldova produces incredible wine that nobody knows about. But winter in Chisinau combines every problem we've discussed. Moderate air pollution from coal heating, Soviet-era infrastructure that barely functions, and brutal cold from sitting on an exposed plain between Ukraine and Romania. When cold snaps hit, the city essentially shuts down. The heating infrastructure dates to the 1970s. Apartment buildings get heat on schedules, 4 hours morning, 4 hours evening. Outside those windows, indoor temperatures drop to 10 Celsius. I met a Moldovan student who studied wearing 3 jackets indoors. Power outages are frequent in winter when Russia cuts gas supplies for political leverage. The trolleybus system, Chisinau's main transport, freezes. Streets ice over with no salt. The city has one of Europe's highest accident rates in winter. Yet Moldova has incredible potential. Wine tour are world-class. Cracova Winery has 120 kilometers of underground wine cellars, the largest in the world. The old Orhe Monastery is stunning. And Moldovans are some of the warmest, most welcoming people you'll meet. Visit Moldova absolutely, but visit in summer. Winter here isn't just uncomfortable, it's infrastructure failure compounded by poverty compounded by geopolitical vulnerability.
Create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Number 8 is Tirana, Albania. Albania is having a tourism moment. Tirana is hip, cheap, and full of energy. $25 to $35 covers everything. The Raki flows, the food is Mediterranean Balkan fusion, and the nightlife rivals much more expensive cities. But winter, Tirana gets moderate air pollution from heating and vehicle emissions, though not as severe as Sarajevo. The real winter problem is infrastructure combined with rain. Tirana gets heavy winter rain, and Albanian infrastructure isn't ready. Streets flood. Drainage system dates to communist times. Power lines hang low and short-circuit, buildings leak. I stayed in a Tirana apartment where rain came through the ceiling in multiple rooms. The public transport system is chaotic year-round but becomes impossible in winter rain. Buses don't run on schedule. The few taxis price gouge. Walking means navigating flooded streets with ankle-deep water hiding potholes. Yet Tirana has this incredible energy. The buildings are painted in rainbow colours. Biloku neighbourhood has world-class restaurants. Mount Dajti cable car offers stunning views when it works. Here's the thing, Tirana is worth visiting. The value is extraordinary. The culture is fascinating. Just avoid December through March unless you love urban flooding and infrastructure roulette. Visit Albania from May to October and you'll understand the hype. We're in the home stretch now, and the final 2 might surprise you. But before we reveal them, here's the thing: if you haven't liked this video yet, what are you waiting for? It takes 1 second and helps massively. And subscribe to Explore World AI if you want to discover more honest travel insights like these every single week. Alright, let's finish strong. Number 9 is unexpected. Number 9 is Lviv, Ukraine. I debated including this. Ukraine is at war. But Lviv in the far west remains relatively safe and incredibly cheap for the brave travelers who still visit. $15 to $25 covers everything when services are available. Winter in Lviv combines 19th century beauty with 21st century warfare infrastructure strain. The city is stunning: Austrian architecture, cobblestone streets, incredible coffee culture. But winter 2024-2025 means frequent power outages from Russian strikes on energy infrastructure. Heat cuts off, water stops flowing, internet dies. The cold is brutal, regularly 15 to 20 Celsius. And unlike pre-war, backup generators can't run constantly due to fuel shortages. I spoke with travelers who visited Lviv in January 2024. They spent entire days in darkness and cold, waiting for scheduled power windows. Yet Lviv persists. Cafes open when they have power. Restaurants serve incredible food. The opera continues performances by candlelight when necessary. Ukrainians' resilience is extraordinary. Here's my take: visiting Ukraine now is complex. You're witnessing history, supporting the economy, but experiencing real hardship. If you go with realistic expectations. Winter magnifies every challenge. Power infrastructure might not return to normal for years. If you want to experience Lviv's legendary charm, wait for peace and summer. If you want to witness resilience and history, understand you're choosing hardship tourism. Either way, Lviv deserves to be remembered as more than a war zone.
To create a song, I don't wanna miss a beat, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highway.
Number 10 might shock you. Athens, Greece. Wait, Greece, Mediterranean Greece. Yes, because while Athens doesn't have Balkan pollution or infrastructure collapse, winter here brings a different beast. Extreme budget season reality mixed with surprising cold. Athens in winter costs $30–40 daily, incredibly cheap for Western Europe. But here's what nobody tells you: Athens gets cold. The Mediterranean myth suggests mild winters. Reality: the city hits 0 to 5 Celsius regularly. Occasional snow. But here's the killer: Greek buildings have no central heating. I'm serious. Modern Greek construction prioritizes cooling for summer. Winter, you get individual space heaters that cost a fortune to run. I stayed in Athens in January where my apartment was colder than outside. Greeks wear coats indoors. Schools close when it's too cold because there's no heating. The infrastructure wasn't built for cold. When rare snow hits, the entire city shuts down. Athens has basically no snow equipment. In 2022, snowfall trapped thousands on highways overnight. But budget travelers flock here in winter, seeing low prices, expecting Mediterranean warmth. They get freezing apartments, cold museums, and a city not designed for its own winter. Summer Athens, spectacular. Winter, you're paying budget prices to freeze in a city culturally and structurally designed to never be cold. It's cognitive dissonance: Mediterranean location, Balkan winter reality. Visit April through October. From Sarajevo's poison air to Athens' freezing Mediterranean myth, these 10 budget European cities prove that cheap doesn't always mean easy, especially in winter. Sarajevo shocked me most. The pollution statistics are haunting. Did it surprise you too? If this journey opened your eyes to winter's hidden dangers, hit that like button and drop a comment with which destination shocked you most. Subscribe to Explore World AI. Next week, we're revealing Europe's most dangerous summer destinations. The unexpected heat dangers nobody talks about. The adventure continues.